Okay. There we go. Much better. Some things are not working, but that's okay. All right, here we go. If you want to get in touch with me, you can DM me on Discord. I have my Discord open. We're gonna see if we can get some copies here of Wukong. We're gonna see if we can get some major copies of Wukong. Let's see how many summons he's got. We're going to put some things on in the background. He has saved a couple of summons. We're going to pity manipulate. Let's see where he's up to. Firstly, he's at 0 here. So let's see where his pity record is up to. Here we go. 10, 23, 33, 53. So he's at 53. 53 is great. If you want to get in touch with me, the best way to do it is on Discord. For some reason, the chat doesn't seem to be working. Where's... Alright, let's see if we can pull some Wukong. He's got 53 summons. We're going to get to 173, and then we're going to switch over. We're going to pity manipulate here. That's how we're going to do things. That's the way we do things. Alright, Komodo. 5 blues is not a bad start. So that's 63. 73. Hey, that is a nice pull. Even if you're not so into it, that is a nice pull. Alright, that's 73. Grab some extra summons, why not? Here's 83. Not gonna waste your time. Here's 93. Here's 103. And this is just how things go. $113. Now, when you're going to pity manipulate, you got to keep track like this. You really do. It's going to make a massive difference. Checking your summon record is a huge deal. So, like, he's got 10, 23 here, and then 53, 83, 113. So, we're at 113. Here we go. 123. Got to keep track of it if you're going to pity manipulate like we're going to. 133. Senyk, one of the worst units in the game, beaten by some epics, some rares. That was 143. There's 153. Oh! We pulled early. We pulled early. Hopefully this is not going to be Wukong. Then we get a freebie. And it's Wukong. At 90. We were not even close to pity. We were 50 away from pity. 50 away from pity and we pull Wukong. You know what? After 90 summons, it's worth it. We want to get Wukong 3 times here if we can. The pity manipulation is a little bit out, but that's okay. We're going to switch over to the other banner. We got to 150, and that's where we got Wukong. That's unfortunate. It happens sometimes that you pull early. What's going on with the music? It died down. Ah, it's starting again. There we go. It's going to go back around. All right, there we go. Wukong. There's 1 copy. And a real soulstone for you back. We're going to see if we can pull a couple of copies of Wukong here. Get a second one would be awesome. No. All right, that's unfortunate that we weren't able to pity manipulate, but let's see how we do. We're going to go for Ryzen is our goal over here. We're going to go until we get a copy over here. Let's check in with Johnny here to see what he wants to do. Alright, he's saying just Sun Wukong. Ryzen is in the regular pool. He will come back around. So, he's telling me just pull for Wukong. That's fine. And I totally get it, because when you look at his Wukong, the reason he wants to just pull for Wukong and is like in need of it, he's gotten A5, which is great. Wukong is amazing at A5. The only problem is he has 3 unpolished soulstones and 2 polished soulstones in there. So he's going to reset. We're going to get him hopefully 3 copies, and he will get those polished soulstones back. Now, let's just pull for Wukong. Let's see how many we get. We're going to rip and rip and rip. Let's see what we can do. All right. Ooh, 9 more. That's nice. And we're getting plenty of blues to... Oh, that one's pitiable. That one's pitiable. That one's nice. 7 blues is great. We're almost down to the diamonds here. Maybe we'll get lucky and pull another Wukong early. That'll be great. That'll be great. We're not even full on his roster down there. Baron? Baron's amazing. Alright, breaking into the diamonds here. We got 2 full pities for sure, and probably more. With the rebates and everything, we got definitely more than 2 full pities. So hopefully... Ooh, Greed. Greed is like one of the more rare ones. He's probably already gotten A5 Greed. Let me just see here. Let's see. Yeah, A5 greed. So no worries on that. We're just going to do this for a moment. 100 some. Look at that. That's a lot of diamonds back. 2100. We're good, man. Couple of... Oh, there we go. 2 more summons there. Perfect. And watch, we're going to get a bunch of summons here on this one. 1900. Love it. And 2 of those would be great. We're going to use those. Most definitely. Here we go. Back to summons. All right. Let's see a Wukong. Let's see Wukong number 2. Get a couple of those, because those are useful. Looks like we're going to pity this time. This is not the time for pity, unfortunately. This would have been better to get before. Yes! Number 2. Number 2. Come on. Wukong, 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 Wukong. Double Wukong would be amazing. What we get? What we get? Cerberus. Ooh. Not what we were looking for. Not what we were looking for. That's unfortunate. I just did a single. Oh. Alright. Those 2 line us up. That's good. Now we've got 10 over here. I'm not OCD, I'm CDO. Because that's alphabetical order. If you can hear me all right, say nothing. If you're not here, raise your hand. Alright. How did your summons go, guys? Ooh, Lily. Lily's great. Did he already do the fusions? No. Why didn't he get Micah? He's got copies. Oh, he doesn't have her. He just needs her. Oops. Stop at the pops. Stop, Pop. Stop the pop. Stop the pop. Those pop-ups sometimes get annoying. Alright, so we got 1 Wukong, and then we pulled Cerberus. Cerberus is awesome. He really is. And he actually is probably one of the better units to use to get a triple S on... 8 blues. Wow. He's one of the better units to use to get a triple S on the Conqueror Codex. I've heard a few people use him extremely well, and I think some of his awakenings are super helpful for that. However, he is not who we want. We want to see Wukong. Let's get us another Wukong here. Don't show me again. Alright. Maybe let's get some more people on here. Let's see if we can get some more people on here. Is this gonna work? Is this going live? Yeah, this is going live. All right. Let's see if we can get some people on here. This would be great. Ooh, that's mean. Alright, back to our summons. After these messages, we'll be right back. We're just posting in a couple of places. Ooh, I can. Nope, can't. Okay. We're fine. Streams. Here we go. All right, best way if you want to get in touch with me is via Discord. If you want me to do your summons, we can do that. We can make that happen. I only see one person on right now. A lot of people have already done theirs, which is fine, obviously. All right, we're almost down to the end here. We're down to basically our last 10 pulls. Our last 10 pulls. Here we go. Let's see what we can get. I'm pulling him out until we get 2 copies. Get those 2 soul stones back. I am sorry if this was not your plan, little Johnny. But this is what we're doing, because this is what's going to be best for your account, I believe. Yes! Booyah! That's what I'm talking about. Let's see another Wukong. Open it up. Open it up. Zillatu. Zillatu is very good. She's not Wukong. Oof. Okay. She has her uses, not really so much anymore because she's kind of been power crept. But what are you gonna do? Ooh, Yona. And Laurel. Both amazing. The fact that we're only getting 1 Wukong, and that was the guaranteed, and it was early, that's frustrating. I'm sorry, man. Oh! Oh! Another one. Early. Let's see Wukong. Let's see Wukong. Come on. Wukong, Wukong, Wukong. Right away. That's not Wukong. Who is that? That is Nocturne. Also, used to be amazing and has been power crept. Dang. Well, can we see a second one? Can we get a double here? That would be awesome. Man, I haven't seen this one in a long time. Since he was one of my first 5, I think, Legos that I pulled on my account originally. Can we get a double? Can we get a double? Obviously not. Oh, back to back. Back to back. Come on, Wukong. You gotta get it now. Come on. Give it now. Wukong. A2. Narissa. I hope that's your A1 at least, because that's amazing if that's your A1. We're getting some crazy pulls right now, but not Wukong. None of them are Wukong. We want Wukong. Come on. That did not give me another pull. Alright, we're going to do this for him. Boom. Boom. Yes. Sell all those off. Not there. Just do some quick clicks. Bulk confirm. Let's do this also. We can awaken a few. Let's see. Nerissa is A1. Her A1 is really good. So that actually is a really nice pull. It makes her the best AoE damage reduction in the entire game. She becomes goated absolutely for, what's it called? For, APOC. APOC 1 or 2. Doubles the damage. Nice. That's actually pretty solid. Because his HP goes down fast. He's made to drop and die. That's literally what he's there for. Let's see. We have... Oh, really? Really? A1. His A1 is not crazy, I believe. Still makes him better when there's only one target in range. Yeah, I guess that is really nice, because if you put him into a guild boss or something, he's going to do a lot more damage. That being said, is it groundbreaking? No. Is it necessary? No. Cratch just sitting there. All of his epics are A5, except... Look at that. He's sitting on 42 of those. That's crazy, man. I don't know why his epics are not all A5. Well, now this one's A5. She's actually quite good. If you haven't used her before, her damage is actually quite solid for an Epic Lord. If you need an Epic Lord to give you extra damage, like in the new guild boss, this one is solid. Really solid. Harpoon happens to be one of the worst epics in the game. He really is garbage. You can't use him pretty much anywhere, including in faction trials, because he just does next to no damage. Cyclone, as well, is the worst, probably the worst, of all of the epics, and definitely the only reason I'm making him A5 is so I can sell off the rest of him without having to think about it. But now he can say all of his epics are A5. Let's see here. Wow, look at that. Look at that. He just didn't bother with a lot of these. I highly recommend awakening all of your heroes like this early on. Do it when you summon them. Don't sit on them and let them just build up. There's no purpose in doing that. There's two reasons. Number one, you're never going to need them as fodder because you get the 4-star psychic power. Number two, they take up space in your inventory. Number three, there's only one, I think, of him. Oh, there's a few. All right. So, number three, of course, they're not going to sell off automatically if you don't have them awaken. It happens to be some of them can be very helpful in faction trials here and there, like the defense reduction there could be helpful if you need it in certain places. Stuff like this actually makes him somewhat viable where it doesn't lower his attack speed anymore. So now that... here, let's do this. Flip. Okay. Rocks. Let's check on... Avaline's already A5. Rocks, we're going to make him A5. So, anyway, this is just something I recommend everybody does. It's part of the game, is awakening your heroes. The game is a gacha game where you're summoning, you're awakening your heroes, you're making them better through awakenings. Rocks actually apparently does quite well in the Tank Codex, which just opened up. All damage reductions 5% is really nice. helpful, etc. And he's got extra block. So, when enemies are blocked, it's just nice. So, once you have all of your heroes awakened, and even Senyk can be awakened. Now, I don't know why he didn't awaken him. He's actually quite good. He really is. He's one of the best bleeders in the game, and if you're looking for bleed, he's your man unless you have like an A1 what's his name? Which I'll bet he does. An A1 Salazar, he's got an A1. So an A1 Salazar, you can see extra 10% bleed possibility. He becomes the best bleed unit in the game. And even though Senyk is, well, one of the worst, up there with the worst units in the game, you're not going to sell off your Senyk automatically, and you can see he's got like 10 of them. So he's got 10 units sitting in his inventory doing nothing. More than 10. Dude, little Johnny, awaken your heroes. It's worth it to just get rid of them and finish your A5s if you want to keep them. Otherwise, just sell them off. To be honest, I don't understand why people don't. Look at this. 3, 6, 8 more. He had a ton. Okay, now we can do this sale and watch. All of those are now going to pop up. Now, they're all units that, well, you don't really need to awaken or use or sell. But since we awakened them, now we can sell them. He also had, I saw there was an Avaline there. Ah, here we go. You don't need 3 of these. You just need 1 of them. Now, best case scenario, that I'm going to do this and awaken those 3 also. We're going to confirm that and go back. And then we're going to do a couple more 10 pulls. Then we can switch over to my account and do that. But we're going to awaken Nerissa, which is very exciting. She is now the best AoE damage reduction in the game. Grats to you. Yeah, I don't know why the chat on the stream is not working. Maybe it was something I messed up in the settings. But I don't know also if I can change those settings on the fly here. Let's see if we can. Stream. No, it looks like we can't. We would have to stop the stream to be able to do it. So yeah, there's no chat on the stream, unfortunately. Why? I don't know. Dude, A1. This one actually is really good for him. This is his ultimate where he does the most damage. It adds 5 seconds to his ult, which is actually quite good. Alright. Now, with that done, let's do a couple more 10 pulls. Hopefully we will get lucky and we will pull an extra Wukong. To be honest, I'm not going to hold my breath, but we've gotten some very good luck here. We pulled 3 in a row, I think we pulled. Oh, bummer. Real bummer, man. We got one more temple. Can we pull out another? Well, that's nice. No. He hasn't done that yet. He hasn't done that yet. Not so much. You could do here, actually. If you go through and just get, just do this. You could get a few summons here and there. We're just going to check to see if we get any summons here. He's close. This is not going to give him a summon. Alright. Let's see. Just this one, which is really cool. Congrats on finishing Gear Dungeon. It's great. Over here, we're going to get a summon. Maybe a few. Let's see. Wow, 75. That's 70 mil. Wow, dude. Those are nice. I would definitely usually grab those, but we're going to use those for summons. Let's see what we get. Nothing. Alright. We are out of summoning materials, except for one last 10 pull, which I'm going to use. Come on, Wukong. Man. The rates were good, but just not what we were looking for. Let's see if we can pull him a Ryzen. I think he said he pulled... Yeah, he pulled Constance here. And his A1. Let's see if we can get him a Ryzen over here, and that would be massive, but no. Aatrox. Alright. We're going to switch accounts. Sorry, dude. Did my best. Did I connect it to Google Play? Where's my... What's going on here? Something's going funny here. Hold on. I'm on the right one, right? That's the US. Alright, I definitely connected it to my email address, so let me pull up my email. If you don't know, they did something funny here, and it's actually cap sensitive. So you should check your email in the game, or in your email. There it is. Oop. And then they give you 60 seconds, which is a little bit crazy, but that's all they give you. But it's usually enough to switch. So, what ends up happening though sometimes is exactly that. Come on, let's go. And of course now it's not showing up. Oh, that's because I put in the wrong one. This is me being dumb. So, whoever's Ritz Gaming at Gmail, I apologize, you just got an email from Watcher of Realms. I'm Ritz Gaming 85. So you want to make sure you put in the right email to do that. That would be important. I'm not sure what's going on there, but see here, 1 second. 594,851. Confirm. What? That's the code you sent me. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is what I was talking about. That it sometimes doesn't really work properly. So apparently I have to do capital R. Let me see here. I did bind it to Google Play. What's going on? All right, let's see if I get any summons over here, but we're going to do my pulls. I was able to save up a little bit. Oh, I'm back down. I lost a few. I lost one? What's going on? How did I get down to there? Whatever. Let's do these pulls. All right. First thing to do, find out where you are in pity. That's 30. That's 60. 90. 120. 135. I'm at 135. So here is 145. $155. 165. 175. Now, 180 is soft pity. It is, if you really want to be particular about this, what you could do is, oh, there's 2 summons right there. You could, and another, awesome. I think I'm getting summons over here as well. Diamonds, at least. Let's see here. Nope. Cool. Saga event issues. I just got 100 free diamonds. If you want to do these, they have sometimes a, what's it called? Surveys that will give you summons. So if you just answer a couple of questions, usually it takes about 5 minutes, it gives you a summon. Let's go back to our summons. So now, I'm at 175. I could, if I wanted to, pull singles until I get to 179. I'm not going to. I'm going to pull here just a 10, and immediately you can see I pulled a gold. That is pity manipulation. You go to 170, 175, 179, whatever. Once you hit 180, you're almost guaranteed to start getting a gold. There it is. Vorn. A1 Vorn. All right. I am actually quite happy about that. Let's see if we can pull who we want over here. We all know that divines are a scam. Buying them would be a bad idea. Going gold? Nope. All right. Now, we're going to pity manipulate a second time. So, we are at 1. 1, literally. 1. 1 summon. Here's my Vorn. We're going to do this. We're going to go to 199. Get a bunch more. Because of the way this works, now I know if I go to 199, because I was already at 40 here, I'm going to be under pity. So I can go, whoa, or we can pull stupid early. If this is not Wukong, that's really good for us. If this is not Wukong, that's really good for us. Nerissa, A2. Wow. Okay, that just reset pity, but that's okay. I will take a free Nerissa. That's awesome. I have twice now summoned 4 people and pulled super early on the limited banner. On my last one, I didn't pity manipulate properly, but I am very okay with an A1 Vorn and an A2 Nerissa. I am using Nerissa in so many places. She is really, really good healer. She's in my APOC team, which I'm now going to have to rework because her A2 gives her more attack, which is going to throw off the timing on things, unfortunately for me, but that's okay. All right, we're going to go to 199 here. Because we know we're good and we're not going to hit our pity. So if we pull early at this point, that's just a bonus for us. 17 of those. All right, I am not going to pull everything. Actually, getting her up to A5 would be great because my account is pretty new. We're only 100 and some days in. Get more diamonds. And if anyone's wondering, I don't really get many diamonds from the content creator rewards because I don't do so many of their particular ones. All right, 190. Now, we could do a 10 pull and just get pulled. However, I didn't check where we're up to. That's 30, 60, 90, 120, 121. Okay. So we're going to pull some singles. Three, 4, 5, 6. And if you're nervous, just check. 7, 8, 199. Okay. Deimos is awesome. He's actually super powerful. Now, we're at 130 into pity, so we're going to swap over here. You can see we have 10 more 10 pulls. That's plenty right now. We haven't even used all of our we haven't even sold off our blues right now. We're getting some right here. Let's do this. I want to see a double. This is like, you want to know what my wish list is? Ryzen Yuri double. If that happens, I would be over the moon. I apologize if I disappear for a minute if that happens. So with a double pity manipulation, we get another free Lego. That's 3 free Legos for the price, really, of 2. Booyah! Oh yes! Can't beat that. That's what pity manipulation is all about. Nope, not going to get that double. That's okay. We're going to do another pull over here just 'cause. And now, because of what we did, a single pull. Hey! Oh, it's gold! Who would have thought? Oh! But this is our 200 guaranteed. We know who it is. We know it's going to be our Wukong. This is who we were looking for. I am very excited to add him to the team. I do not have any... that's not true. I do have one unpolished soulstone from the Odyssey quests. You can see all these different units in the background. That shot is really cool with different people coming down. Now it's funny that he's going against Toreador, who's the lord for him. I guess he wants to be more with with the Watchers. But Wukong is awesome. Even at A0, he is very strong. He is amazing in a lot of content. We got our Wukong, we got our Ryzen. We're going to do this. Over here, we should have two summoning crystals. That's what I was looking for. So we're going to come back over here because I believe that we are going to hit pity, at least soft pity. 3, 6, 9, 12. Funny, he also got him on the last one. I'm at 13, so we're not going to hit pity, but we have a chance to hit gold. We all know that they're scams. Deimos is definitely on rate up, and that's it. Dallin. I don't have her rated up, have her all the way up, but that's fine. We're going to go for a Yuri because she would be awesome to add. And I've had some good rates today. Some good summoning rates. So we're going to pull. And I meant to record this separately, but we didn't. I don't know why that slipped my mind. Alrighty. Another Dallin. She's not even on rate up, man. Alright. That filled that up. I've already done my, what's it called? I've already done my, pull them out for now. Do one more time. And it's a nothing. Big fat nothing burger. I'm thinking one last 10 pull. And then we will be done. But Nerissa, her A1 makes her the best AoE damage reduction in the game. This is just 300 attack, but it is a good step on the way to her A3, which might be helpful. Yeah, 40% shield for 5 seconds. It's pretty nice. It's there all the time. His A1 applies shield break to 3 units. That's going to help me actually break into Abyss. Now, with Wukong being added to the list, I now have one of my 3 right there. Now I just need to pull Kagiri, right? Alright. Let's do this. It's 20. I don't have enough. Alright, we got some space. Oops. Let's get those blues. "22 spots. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna be pulling all of these. I don't think it's worth it for me on this account to pull too hard for Yuri when I am at, like, no pity. Actually, I'm at 71. It's not bad. It's not going to get me to pity, though. So I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to start saving because I still believe that they're going to be bringing back Kagiri pretty soon. Probably next month, but that's a hope more than anything, to be honest. It really is... I have no evidence for this, but Kagiri hasn't been rerun since he came out, which is crazy. This is the third rerun, the second rerun, the third time they have run Wukong. Why? I don't know. I don't know. And then there was the selector banner. I don't know why they're doing this. It's a little bit odd to me that they did it this way, but they did. So, dunno. They really like Wukong, which means he'll be coming back around again sometime. Oops, not what I'm looking for. At this point, it's really just a matter of deciding for you whether it's worth it to pull extra. For the most part, I would say people should not pull extra. If you don't have soul stones in Wukong, or you're not able to get him to A3 for sure, and as you saw earlier, the rates are not amazing once you already have pulled him, it's basically worth it to save at that point. It really is. I'm only sitting on 3 of those, so I can't even awaken her all the way. Hers are actually really good, by the way. If you have her down here where it creates the immobilized state, you can use her for the early stages of Gear Dungeon 2 to stop the Banshee from coming at you while a long-range fighter destroys them. And it's really nice and easy. I've seen someone do decent damage with Lightlock in the past. Here's his A5. Dallin gets a 1 and 2. I don't think her awakenings are important at all, really. Let's see. No, cost -1 is actually really good. And attack speed increase, not important. I'm actually very excited to get these two on the team. I'm very excited to try out Ryzen, to be honest. I haven't tried him out. I haven't really looked him over. It is something that I am excited to try because everybody keeps saying how strong he is and how awesome he is, and I'm very excited to see that. But right now I have to go farm if I want to do that. Hey, sweet, I can get her up to A5. How did your summons go, guys? I guess put them in the comments if there is a comment section. There's no chat. I don't know why, but you know, she has the potential to be good, but they just didn't build her right. Yeah, anyway. See, this is actually really nice that he can get extra block. He's already pretty good. Jorge. Damage reductions, 8%. Anyone with extra block is going to be really helpful in the tank codex. Cyclone is just bad. Just bad. Dodge, the dodge mechanic is garbage and it doesn't work. And yes, I'm keeping these. I could get rid of him at this point, but I don't have a reason to. I kept Barut because, heck, why not? But at this point, I really could get rid of him. I am very happy to get Ryzen and Wukong adding to my adding to my list for the Nightmare Council. Very cool. Maybe let's just look over his kit real fast because I haven't done that yet, to be honest. I should have just done this. That's okay. I think that was actually my original intention, but I don't really care if I used up a little bit of those. I didn't use any of the gold. I believe I have more of these because I farmed them. Alright, him I will just farm for these. But him, I will use this as soon as I can get him up to level 50. Let's look at his kit. Once you get him to 5, every 10 instances of basic attack, so you want to build him fast. Dealt by allies, actually. So you just have everyone attacking, and he's good. Activates 1 Drums of War. Up to 8 can be activated, each providing a stackable bonus of 4%. So 4 times 8, you get a 32% attack bonus, which is pretty awesome. That's standard attack. Enemies hit by a total of 8 Thunderbolts will be inflicted with Thunderbrand. When the duration ends, it's 8 seconds. 1 instance of burst damage for each basic attack taken during the duration. So for every basic attack that he gets hit by during those 8 seconds, you're going to deal 8 damage, which is going to build up to 12. It's up to 80 stacks. So if you can get in 80 basic attacks, and it seems like that's from anybody on your team. If you're getting 80 basic attacks in from your team, you're going to be guaranteed to get, holy moly, with 2 skill ups, it's going to be 800% damage. Plus 160, you're going to get 960% damage on this if you get it to full stacks. Wow. 960% damage, and that's just from here. How do you get hit by a Thunderbolt? Thunderbolt and Thunderbrand deals 100% damage to shielded targets, which, okay, they're gonna add extra damage. Where's the Thunderbolts? I guess we'll get there. To shielded targets, each time basic attack deals damage, there's a 15% chance for Drums of War to be activated. So that's going to go up to 25%. So he's going to get a Drums of War just about 1 every 4 attacks. I mean, it's around 1 every 4 attacks. Okay. When triggered, launches a Thunderbolt, 50% damage. Great. So now I'm guessing locks onto the target, deals 1 instance of 200% damage. And then, triggering all activated Drums of War. Yeah, so he's going to start activating your Drums of War. So when you get all 8 activated, you want to trigger your ult Hopefully you'll be able to see this pretty easily, how all the drums of war being activated. Afterward, basic attack becomes 2 consecutive strikes. So this is going to give you 2 strikes for the Thunderbrand here, which is nice. For 15 seconds, with each strike dealing 80% damage. During the duration of Drums of War, can no longer, then they can't be activated. All Drums of War are consumed. So that's going to add 20% damage to bring you to 100% damage for the double strikes for 15 seconds. That's really good. And that's going to go up to 20 seconds, which is really crazy solid. He sounds really strong. I've specifically not looked at any testing. I'm going to do my own testing. I'm going to check him out. I don't have too much to level him with, but I'm going to level him now for whatever we can get. I got 5, so let's do this. Now, I know people are going to be like, oh, you should level Wukong first. He'll come. Don't worry. He's next. Why? Because I'm doing content and I want to see how he does. Bummer. Okay, that's fine. Well, that's nice that we got the extra chance, so it goes up to 35%. Oh, I miscalculated. Yeah, 35%. So it's like 1 every 3 attacks. And then I'm getting an extra 10% damage. All right. Does that give me an extra one? Nah. All right, let's do this. We're going to go farm a little bit in the background. I should have done this in the beginning. We'll do 4. I'm going to get it to 22. Why? Because I'm crazy like that. And I don't know why I'm specific like that. All right, we'll do this. Okay. Wait, before I do that, one thing to make sure of, they don't save gear over here. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why I swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. It's actually a really good one. It's a lot of crit damage. Whatever, I don't even know if she actually goes in, but whatever. Quick equip, sure. Now we can do it. Boom. And in the background. Alright, the last person who I was going to pull for is not online, so we're not going to deal with that. However, what we are going to do is we're going to pull him up. There he is. How far do we get him? 32. Okay. A couple of those will do it. Here's my thought of what I want to do. No, I'm going to put him down here. This is the team I would like to make. Oh, he's a platform unit, of course, yes. So, it's weird to do this, but taking him out and putting him in might actually be my best case scenario. Let me speak things out for you. So the reason this is going to work, I think, he gives a defense down, so any physical attacks are going to be boosted. These two both do physical attacks, I believe. Normal attack. Normal attack. Normal damage. Now, putting him in would be good because he's got piercing damage. It's considered normal damage. His damage would go up with this damage reduction, which is great, but he doesn't hold up to Wukong, who does normal damage, and he does normal damage. So with all of this normal damage, his defense down would be huge. It's going to build a lot of extra DPS on that. Between these two, you can keep up the defense down for a long time. Most of the fight. It's like 75% of the fight. It's really, really solid. You can keep them down even if you're rotating her, which I might... Oh, looking at this now, this might not work because now we don't have Laurel. So I would want to try, see which one of these gets more damage. I would like to see how he does. But if I did this, for instance, then I could get everybody back up and running faster. However, since you can only put in 8 units, it's hard to choose this. Wow. Might be better to do that. That way everyone gets the extra attack speed, which gives him the extra hits. You can tell me what you think in the comments, I guess. Wukong is definitely going to be better for him because the basic attacks for his summons are going to help. Moradin is going to be better than her, but this is only for if you're going to rotate. If you're not going to rotate, then... Wow, this is a tough one. Especially with Vorn getting his A1, this is a tough question. Because Neja does a ton of damage. Like, I'll show you, Neja does a ton of damage. The question is, who's going to do more? And this is the reason I'm taking out my Silas also, because I already took out Silas in this one because he did less than Falcia in this format. Man, this is a tough question. But I can't get rid of these two because they do the most damage on top of everyone. It might be worth it in this case, because of how everything goes, to do this. And put in, not her, and then put in Laurel. That's a tough choice. I'm going to play around with that and see what's going to be my next way to do it. Anyway, yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I'm going to log out. But let's see how Ryzen does. He's our Ryzen star. This is a tough question, man. Alright. This makes it easier, though, because now I can use him. Let's see how this goes. Since Wukong is not really in there so much, he's only level 1 right now. Let's do this. Let's use this team. We're going to gear up real fast and see how this goes. See how good we're able to do. Is it good? I'm really not sure who's going to be the best here. That's the honest truth. I have a hollow build over here. 1 second. So when you build hollow, the reason that this is like a specific thing, it's really not so simple. You want her to have a certain amount of attack, but you want her to have enough health that she's going to, here we go. The rage regen is going to be the key. So you want her to have enough HP that she's going to be able to survive, which is not that high. She doesn't need that much, but you don't want her to have too much attack at the same time. Now, this is too little, to be honest. So, we're going to balance that out over here. Her attack has to be around like 9k is perfect, to be honest. And you definitely want her in a euphoric orb maxed out. So now her attack should be close to 10k in the end. But this is like almost perfect, honestly. Let's see if we've got a better one here. There is a bit of a discussion how best to build her. How exactly is best to build her is a huge question mark. That's better. But this is pretty solid. Let's stick with that. For her, you can literally throw her into any Wings of Grace set you want. Just pull up Wings of Grace. It doesn't have to be anything powerful. She goes in, she comes out, that's really it. Just make sure she has enough to survive. With Nastia, if you have her, you want her attack as high as you can get it. Attack, attack, attack. Because she does true damage on her ult, which comes around a lot. For him, it's nice to have a bit of speed, but you can build him with a little bit more let me just get this all set up. You can build a little bit more crit damage on heroes that are not doing that are just doing physical attacks. Now, it's true his Whirlwind Slash does not get boosted from this, but his ult hits do. So for him, that works great. I'm going to put her... I think that's Volka's anyway. Let me actually do this. I have a Volka set for this, I think. I don't. She's just in a tank set for that. Let's take this one. And then if you have it, it's actually really nice to be able to do her exclusive gear. I don't have it, so it doesn't make a difference to me. And she doesn't have any problem surviving, so that's not an issue. So we're not going to deal with that. But that will do some damage. Let's see. He is going to go into... We'll take that one. and adjust it. That's better. Okay, we'll build him speedy. And a pro showcase for this as well. There we go. And we're back. Come on, give us good rolls. That's terrible. 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 I need some good rolls here. Give me some good crit rate. Now, there's a lot of people who argue that crit rate bangles are not worth it. I would argue that it depends. Because that's a pretty decent build with a crit rate bangle. I think it's kind of understated a little bit how much you can do with a crit rate bangle. Everybody kind of rags on it, but it's better than I think a lot of people think. We're going to snag that. He's going to be our main damage dealer, I think, here. Not our main damage dealer, but our main... there we go. Nice. Alright. Everyone is geared. Let's check this out. We're going to play test this. I'm pretty sure she's in her correct gear. Yep. Very good. Torador. What are you in? A DPS set. Let's see here. Ooh, what just happened? He disappeared. Now, he's not really going to be doing so much DPS because he's only level 50. So, since we want it, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we want 5. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to swap this with... Where is she? There she is. With her, because he's going to stay in. He's just staying in. So this is going to do some decent damage. And she is going to switch to a Wings of Grace, if we can swing a decent set. That's not bad. That's not bad. And, okay, That's decent. It's halfway decent. I'll take it. I think what we want to do, though, is this. There we go. That's better. That's not going to really help. All right. We're going to put this one on. And we've got her Wings of Grace set to fix, and that's it. Perfect. Done. All right, here's how we're going to run it. We want him to get all 8. Hey y'all, Ritz here, testing out Ryzen in a interesting setup. We're going to jump in here and playtest him in Nightmare 4. I am very, very positive that he will do decently in Nightmare 4 here. With this team, I think he will do okay. I think also we're going to do quite well in general. I've got, I believe, those who are my highest damage dealers. Alright. She has Wings of Grace. He has not inspiration. 1 second. Wings of Grace, Wings of Grace, Wings of Grace, I believe. So there's 4 Wings of Grace. He is going to get his. How are we doing this? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ground units, and she's going to be rotating. So, who else is rotating with her? Maybe Moradin. That way the 2 of them. No. I have to do with him. He's gonna have to rotate. Because 1, 2 are rotating. And we need 1 more. I didn't think of that. Whoops. Alright. Let's see how this goes. We're going to do it like this. We're going to give him the best bet we can get. We'll put him here, get him started right away. We're going to put him right up in front. Her. We're going to put her over here. So it's best if you can to rotate another unit over here because it's easier. Because now she usually comes in here, and whoever is here gets the boost. We're going to come in like this. No. This is all a puzzle, is the problem. Because where she can hit from here is only 3 of the ground units. And I need 1, 2. Oh. I don't really need her to be there. So we can try something funny and actually give 2 ground units. Oh, this is actually very interesting. Let's try this. This is going to be a funny little build. Alright, here we go. we're gonna go like this. Oh no, that only gives him 10%, not 12%. And I want to give him the best that we can get. Let's give him the best shot we can. Here we go. Well, he's not in there, is he? No, he is. This is a really funny build. I have never done this before. Oh no, the question is where can she go? Because she needs to get him. It only hits 3. Hold on. Let's see if we can figure this out. If she goes here, that's actually fine. So, Horizon. I'm actually going to pull him out at first. Nope, I got him in the wrong spot. This is a hard little puzzle here. We're going to figure this out though. Let's figure out the ground units first. I need to give inspiration, or rather Wings of Grace and invigoration of those two. So he's getting Wings of Grace. So he's going to be in the front, right here. With her right behind. Now he's going to come in here with him right behind. That should do it. Rise in. Now we can pull out Volca. Wow. Drop in Vorn. And I've never had this before where I need to wait for cost. But I am going to pull him over here and face him away. Now this is an interesting move. A lot of people don't understand why I do this. The reason I face him away is because I need him to let's go this way so I can make sure Vorn gets it. Okay, now we're going to do this and that and that, and we can pull her out. And then I can drop in now we turn him around and he gives that defense down. And for 20 seconds I can have her in. And we'll do his, and we'll do his, while the boss is down. We are easy track, easy track. Ryzen is doing so much damage. Wow. Okay. We can pull her out, drop her in. Actually, that would have been better to keep her in for a little bit longer, but that's okay. Yeah, watch this. This is gonna be the key. Once these two ult 3, then we'll be pulling her. 1, 2, 3. Pull her out. Oh, that's wrong. Man, this is hard. This little puzzle is hard. Alright, let's see how we can do this. Okay, we pull him out of range of striking because he actually gains a benefit for that. His bonus that he gets when he is out of range, he builds extra bonus points basically for he gets like 10%. I forget what it is. He goes into the Prince of Darkness state, and if he's in that Prince of Darkness state, he actually builds up his attack, and all of his bonuses go up. And since we put him right next to where we dropped what's her face, now we can spin him around, and boom! And now he starts doing damage. We get some really good DPS in there. Looks like all of those are nope. We're lacking 5. So now we're going to drop her in. Now, if you're at 13K before 3 minutes, you're on an easy track to get 50K. Easy track. Okay, we're going to hold off for just a few seconds here while Ryzen gets some rage. We're going to hold off on him. Does he have like an indicator? No, he doesn't here. I guess it would be best to put him back here so you can see his back a little bit better. But we're going to pull her out, drop her in. Go like this. 1, and put him here. 2, 3, and lift. Now that gave us exactly what we wanted. And now everyone who is doing regular damage is going to be doing more. Also, people get bonuses from Laurel's passive. They get an extra 20% damage, I think, for 8 seconds, which is massive. Okay, can I see 3 more drums of war that need to be activated, it looks like? Yeah, I should switch those two to see it easier. But I think all of those are active now. Can you see the... Yeah, there it is. There's the little thunder thing. So now all of the... Oh, there it is. Boom, 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 boom. And Ryzen just jumped up next to Nastia. That is incredible. Okay, we're going to hold off for a second. And then we're going to pull, drop, ult, ult, and they're going to get this extra bonus damage. Here, I'll show you if I can. Here it is. 20% extra damage for like 8 seconds, which is massive. It is really huge. Come on out, and then we're going to do that and drop her in. It looks like you have to have all 8 of those activated in order to get that little bonus thing, which is a little bit unfortunate. Infernal Roar, so I'm going to do hers first. It's kind of hard to tell if they're all active or not. Actually, quite hard to tell. And now we're going to do his, and boom, it does these physical damage taken a little bit more. That's an easy 50k. And Ryzen is past Vorn. That is incredible, to be honest. Now there's a little trick that I like to use, which is you let everybody kind of sit there for a second, which also builds Ryzen's hit chance. Now, with everybody waiting, you hit her ult before you take her out. Now if I take her out while everybody's charging and everybody's getting the bigger hits, I can drop in Laurel and her buff still stays, as you can see up there. Everybody's getting the bonus damage. And now they're going to be doing even more damage because the defense down. Now that is amazing. Ryzen is doing more than Vorn. And he has 12% on there. And he was one of my top damage dealers. Neja is at the top also now, which is incredible. And that's probably because now he's in range of Laurel to get his ult back so fast. So he's getting his ult back way faster. Wow. Ryzen works. That's an impressive number. Also, the fact that Moradin did more damage in this than Vorn, I'm very impressed. Because let's take a look at what Vorn did before. $102. And his was way lower. And his was way lower. Now, I will admit, my gear has gotten better a little bit, but Vorn also, for the sake of putting everything in perspective, not that. Vorn was over here outside of Laurel range, so he wasn't getting the Laurel boost. That hurt his score a lot, but still impressive, very impressive. The fact that we got such a high score out of Moradin also, because I ran Moradin here just like I did in the previous one. But I think Moradin is getting more out of the Infernal Roar set. I am very impressed with Raiden. His A0 was keeping up. He is unskilled. A0. He's not fully skilled, at least. This does help, I'm sure. But he's doing more than a fully skilled up Moradin. That's really impressive. I do feel like Ryzen is pretty strong. Maybe OP. Getting his Thunder Brand is really helpful. You see the little mark on the dragon. Right now I have it at 10%, it goes up to 12%, so if I did get that fully maxed, I don't know how to tell if it's fully maxed, but you just get as many hits in as you can. It has to be basic attacks, so you have to find out what basic attacks count, if it's his basic attacks specifically. Then here, getting this up plus 5 seconds would be super helpful, because you get double hitters. I do think that this first instance of damage, I'm not sure if he is good for Infernal Roar or not, but it does seem like the Thunderbolts are a different kind of damage. So the Thunderbolts over here are doing solid damage, but not yet. Hurls a lightning spear. So I don't know where exactly the Thunderbolts are, but launches a Thunderbolt. There we go. So these are not going to be the same. So he's probably going to be best in Soulbound Arcana, like I have him here. That's my guess that that's going to be his best. But I am very impressed with Ryzen. I'm thinking the way you want to build him is nice and fast, but I don't know if this was the best way to build him. I definitely don't have all the best gear. I'm still building. I'm still working on that. My best gear was for sure on Neja and Nastya. I have not fully skilled Vorn yet either, so Vorn could do a lot more damage, to be honest. Extra 10% here with more cooldown. Extra 10% to shielded targets, which is now to 3 because we got him A1, and then 5 extra seconds on this plus lower cost would make him do so much more damage, just so much more damage. So I do want to build him soon. I'm going to finish building Ryzen, I think, because his amount of damage that he's putting out is crazy. But it seems what you want to do is, best case scenario, it seems like actually what you would prefer to do in this particular case, because the way the fight works, his ult doesn't have to be triggered right away. So you can sit and build his ult and let him build up his Drums of War without using Laurel. So in this particular instance, the way I am doing this, I think putting Ryzen over here and Vorn over here would be far better. Just as a particular switch for how I'm doing things, I think this would be stronger. That's just my thought on the matter. But it's not necessarily the end-all be-all, so you guys can tell me what you think, and I guess let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. It's very interesting to me that I'm waiting on cost here, because I'm not used to that. Yeah, this is not how I would actually probably run it. But we are going to do this. Pull him out of range. Ult, ult, ult. And you can see his drums much, much better now. I don't know if I got the fire brand or the lightning brand in there, because I think there's one drum that was not activated. So I don't think I got the lightning brand in there. But that's okay, and I think it's in part because he's facing backwards. And I do have him facing backwards on purpose. It is on purpose. However, I think I messed it up. But the reason I think this is a better setup for him is you can see his Drums of War much better. Yeah, there, you can see 3 of them are not active. So you kind of want to wait until all of them are lit up. I got 2 more there. So the exact way to do this is a little bit funny, and with this particular setup, it's a little bit funky. It's not the setup that I would probably do best case scenario. I would want probably one of these units to rotate, like rotating, I don't know. Honestly, Vorn is doing so much damage. He's going to do more than either of them. So, what's the best way to do it? I don't know. I really don't know. You can tell me what you think in the comments. Maybe we'll run one more and I'll just show it at the end here. But we're going to see how this goes. Putting Vorn over here, because I think we're going to get more out of him. I really do. And it's funny not putting Nastya in the beginning, because she's really kind of necessary for this strat to work nicely. And I don't have her in a position where she's going to be able to do anything really well. But here's what we're going to do. Pull her out. And Nastya should have... yes. Now, Nastya's A1 would be amazing for me to get, because granting a immunity to poison for all units within 2 tiles is massive. It is a massive boost. All right, let's see. Are you full on those yet? No, we got 2 more. See, it's not so bad to have him outside of the range of Laurel, because now that he gets his ult, he gets the Thunderbrand, which is up here. So it's actually really not bad at all to have him outside of her range. I'm going to drop her in now. We're going to let everyone build naturally. This is an interesting team. The way that it's all set up, it's a very interesting team, because you can get more fighters in, and I definitely would love to get Wukong in here, best case scenario. But we're going to drop Laurel in a second, as soon as he's ready to go, basically. She doesn't need the extra damage boost, obviously. So here we go. Now that he's ready to go, we're going to drop her in. We're going to bring him over here. We're going to check Ryzen to see if he's ready to go. Yep. Now he's ready to go. So he gets the damage boost. He gets the damage boost now. And we can drop in Torador for the extra defense down. And now you can see Ryzen is still crazy strong. Moradin is now under Vorn. Vorn is going to be doing so much more damage since his ult is going to be coming up so much more. Just the fact that his ult is going to be going and going and going and going is going to be helping us with that. Now, he is active. Yes. So this is not going to be giving Ryzen as much damage, but you can see that basically he's going to be getting the Thunderbrand every time now because of how much slower his ult is coming up. Now, obviously, if we can take off 100 from its cost, that would help. And it would go up a little bit with the DPS. 1 second, we're going to get her going. Once he's ready to go, we're going to... here we go. her, take him out, drop her in. We're gonna wait for Vorn to go. He's gonna get the bonus. We're gonna wait for Ryzen to go, and then that puts him at 50%. We're gonna drop her in, and perfect. That was a good use of ults. I think now we're gonna get a little higher, honestly. Boom. We're not even in phase 4 and we're almost at 50k. That is pretty impressive. As soon as that defense down goes out, we're gonna start hers. We're gonna get him going. That defense brand is gonna go. Yep, there it is. Thunderbrand is constantly going, which is great. Neja is ready. He's ready. Now we're going to pull her out. Oh, I should have waited just a second to let him go. It's okay. If you're paying attention, you can actually get a lot more damage out of Vorn and out of Nastia by timing it a little better. So you can see he's not ready for his ult yet because he's not ready with his Drums of War yet. So it's not bad that his ult is waiting a little bit longer. And he's still getting so much damage, and I think this might actually get him more damage than before. Yeah, look at that. Neja is back up again because he was in range of Laurel. I think this is going to do better than we had before. Oh, except everyone dies right at the end. Apparently I need a little bit more attack on what's her name? Yeah, so now Moradin is still doing really well, but Vorn got more attack, more damage out. It looks like Ryzen did a bit less, but I don't think by much. So it looks like that's actually going to be the better approach for that. I think this is actually a very solid team. It's a little bit funky the way that it works, but I'm very pleased with 68k. That's crazy high. Anyway, thanks for logging in, guys. See you in the next one.